Hi everyone! In this video, we're gonna take a look at this knockoff version of the Marvel Legends Ravager Thor. So this is from the Korg wave, which also includes these two that I recently reviewed. I got this for 968 pesos, so that's around $18. And similar with the original, this only has the Stormbreaker as the accessory. And now let's take a closer look. So here's the box. And let me just show you how the original box looks like. Here's the top and the bottom. So the box is actually larger, as you can see here. Surprisingly, there are no stiff joints on this figure. Even the hands are already soft, so there's no need to hit these parts. As expected, the knockoff is smaller since it's just a remold of the original. For the color scheme, the knockoff has lighter colors compared to the original. Also, the skin tone of the body and arms of the knockoff are different compared to the original. Now here's the face. The eyebrows and facial hair on the knockoff are thicker, but they appear clean, so that's fine with me. The only issue I have are the eyes. I guess it's because of the black lining. I also don't like this brown shade on the eye bags. It makes this knockoff look stressed. But the good thing is that those eyes look fine at a distance, and even on different angles. So let me know in the comment section what do you think about the eyes, or the face in general. For the hair, it's darker on the knockoff, and we also have this black wash. And now here's the other side, and so far I don't have any issues with the hair of this knockoff. Here's the back, the top, and then the bottom of the head. And let me just show you that the knockoff and original have the same head joints. And then for this knockoff, the neck and chest are dirty, so there are paint smudges and scratches. The original also has some dirts, but just a few. Now moving on to the jacket, the knockoff has a different shade of red, and the buttons are in gold. And again, some dirts here and here. And then for this part, my issue is that there's a misalignment on the black paints, as you can see here. And again here. Then moving on to the side. So my issue here is the tear here, which I hope won't get larger in the future. And then on the other side, again we have some dirts here, here, and here. There's no tear, but this time we have a plastic molding issue. Then here's the back. So I like the silver paint apps on this knockoff. The silvers are misaligned, but I like it more than the original. And again, some plastic molding issue. And then lastly, here's the top part of the jacket. So the black paint here is also misaligned. And again, I like the silver paint apps on this knockoff. So the jacket on the knockoff is also soft, but the original is softer. And in here, the knockoff is smaller, because again, it's just a remold of the original. Now moving on to the shirt, the logo on the knockoff is actually crisper than the original, but the blue shade around it is barely visible. Another issue is that the lower part of the logo was printed farther down. That's why the red part doesn't really create a full circle. We can bend the body like this to make that circle, but it will make the figure slouch too much, which I do not prefer, as you can see here. And similar with the original, bending the knockoff backwards will show the gap on the logo. So even the shirt has dirts on it, as you can see here. We now move on to the sides. So mine has a paint chip here. And now on the other side, we have a dirt here, paint chip, and some more dirts. Then here's the back. Again, some dirts. And then here's the top part. And now we move on to the shoulders and arms. Again, the color of the shoulders and arms is different from the body, but for me that's fine. I also don't have any problems with how shallow the contours are for the fingers, muscles, and the veins. And now here's the rest of the right arm. So here are the fingers on the right hand. And now let's quickly go to the left side. Here's the bicep, forearm, and hand. Here's the inner side. The outer one. The back. And again the shallow details on the hands of the knockoff. We also have a different color on the belt and on the pants. The paint ups on the boots is also different, and it's a bit messy, but for me that's fine. So mine has scratches here on the top right of the pants, as you can see here. Now here's the inner side. Here's the right side. So there's a missing paint detail here on the strap. Then for the left pocket, we have a plastic molding issue. But so far all these issues are fine with me. Then here's the back. Now for the ankle joint of this knockoff, it's weird that it's in blue. And they just painted it as black. So as you can see here, there are already paint chips when articulating the feet. So they could have just used a black plastic instead. Then here's the crotch. And lastly, here are the feet. And I don't have any issues with this part as well. And let's just look at the sides. Here's the back. And then we have some missing markings or labels on the bottom of the feet. And let's just go over the figure again in case I missed some angles that you want to check. So here's the top part of the head, the bottom, here's the body, the logo, the jacket, here's the side, so there's the tear, here's the other side, here's the back, now here's the right shoulder and arm, and let's just go around it again. Here's the back, the right hand, and moving forward to the other side. So here's the outer side, the back, the left hand, and then moving down to the belt, pants, boots, and feet. Now here's the inner side, the right side, the left, here's the back, the crotch, and then the bottom of the feet. Now let's try using the extra head from the knockoff Armored Thor that I recently reviewed. So here, the extra head on the Ravager body. I'm not a fan of this setup, but let me know your view on this one. I'm not really sure why, but maybe it's because of its poker face. Since for me the Ravager head has a serious look. We now move on to the Stormbreaker. So the knockoff is smaller compared to the original. I hope you can see the difference. And the handle is shorter. One issue I have here is that the pieces were not glued together, so the other half tends to fall off. And now here's the close-up. So the color of the knockoff is chrome, while the original is matte gray. And it's nice that we also have these paint details on this part of the knockoff, similar with the original. And the main difference here is the missing paint details on this part of the blade. Since in the original, we have a separate color on these parts, as you can see here. That's why in this case, I like the original more than the knockoff. But still, I can customize the knockoff by applying that missing color. So it's the same case on this top part. We have a missing color here. And again, similar case as well on the bottom part. And lastly, here's the handle. So the grooves on the knockoff are not that deep. And now here are all the knockoff weapons. We have the Stormbreaker from the Ravager Thor. the one from the Armored Thor, and the Mjolnir from Lady Thor. So putting the Stormbreaker on the knockoff is easy, because the hands are already soft, so there's no need to soften them using heat method. So here. For the articulation, the head can look up this far, and down this much. It can look left or right, and it can tilt sideways. The shoulders can rotate 360. The arms can move up this high. We have bicep swivel. The elbows can bend this much. We have wrist rotation. The hands can move up or down. The abs can bend forward this much, and can bend backwards this far. We also have waist rotation. The legs can kick forward this high, and they can kick backwards this low. The legs can also split this wide. Then we have a thigh cut. The knees can bend this much. The feet can move up this high, and can move down this low. And lastly, we have an ankle pivot. And now here's the shake test on this knockoff. So there are no loose joints on this one, so that's nice. This knockoff stands around 6.5 inches. And again, let me show you the knockoff Ravager Thor alongside with the original. And now here are all the available knockoffs from the Thor Love and Thunder Korg wave. From left to right, we have Lady Thor, Ravager Thor, and the Armored Thor. And now here are all the knockoffs alongside with their original counterparts that I own. I still don't have the original Lady Thor because she's still more expensive among the three. So overall, I'm okay with this figure, since I only have minor issues with this, such as the dirts on the body and the tear on the jacket. The details on the face seems okay to me now, and for the body size, I don't have any control with that, since again, it's just a remold of the original. Again, I'm okay with this figure, but if I have to choose, I will go for the original, mainly because the price of this knockoff and the original are almost the same. So adding that few pesos will buy me an original with a decent face and body size. And that ends this review. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do hit the like button and leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. So thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye!